Ladies and gentlemen, Gundam fans, welcome back to my channel. Now, I know that I've been away for a really long time. Just gotta say, real life kinda suck. Move on to a new job, move to a new place, started a new family, and but rest assured, as you can see, my work desk is pretty much messy and cluttered. I've been trying to squeeze whatever little time that I have every day, trying to do some Gunpla Gundam related stuff, be it 50 minutes, half an hour, maximum 2 hours a day. But yeah, I know a lot of you can probably resonate with what I'm going through, with real life. And really salute and hats off to all those content creators who can actually, make regular content for their YouTube channel. But anyway, I started this YouTube channel as a hobby, and I'm trying my best to keep it as a hobby and to entertain, to provide you guys with reviews that probably kind of hard to find. But anyway, without much further ado, I'm really excited to present you something very unique today. It's a action figure that I just got recently, and without much further ado, here it is. The MS-06V-6 Zaku Tank Green Macaque A.N.I.M.E. Now, this thing is pretty unique in the sense that it's not really the Zaku that we all know and love, nor it appears in any sort of main line. This, I believe, appears in the MS-V, the mobile suit variation. So it's considered something rare, but I'm really glad that Bandai got around to making more either Gunpla kits or, action figures from the MS-V line. So as you can see, this is the normal P Bandai brown box. Without much further ado, let's see what's inside. Now, on the first glance, I gotta say, this box is pretty small. I mean, I've owned a lot of Robot Spirits, Robot Damashi figures, but yeah, this one is really quite small. But I mean, it still looks pretty good nevertheless. So, no regret of getting this. So that's, I love the illustration on the box. It's a R number SP series, meaning that it's a P Bandai. And, as all P Bandais go, they usually don't show the figure inside, but it's just an illustration in the front. Pretty good, I'll say. Looks pretty nice. Now, let me just zoom it in. Yeah, so let's see what's in the inside. Now, in my years of, buying Robot Spirits, this has got to be like the least amount of stuff contained in a box. Even the instruction manual is like this one small leaflet. And I gotta say, this is probably the least amount of stuff that I've ever gotten from a Robot Spirits figure. As you can see, there's no extra manipulators, due to the design. And everything just comes in two parts. First one being the tank, and secondly being the body. So, I've got to say this is pretty minimalistic. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss of words on how to describe this. So basically, this Zaku Tank Green Macaque comes in two parts. Yeah, once again, the tank part and the body part. And the only thing you need to do is pretty much just attaching this together. Now, that's what we're gonna do. And there you go. There's your Zaku Tank Green Macaque version. Now, on the first glance, this looks pretty good. I mean, I'm a huge fan of, MSV line. For years, I've been hoping that Bandai will make more. In fact, for years, what got me frustrated is when they started this Robot Spirits line and they released all those regular figures from the regular kits, like the Zakus, the Goofs, the Gundam, the GMs. In my mind, I was really hoping that Robot Spirits line will be, the line that releases stuffs that Bandai doesn't release in like regular Gunpla kits. It makes it, more worthwhile to collect, worthwhile to buy, and being Robot Spirits, it can fit in with most 1 out of 144 scale. As you all probably know, I mainly collect 1 out of 144 scale Gunpla kits or figures. So anyway, this is pretty much it. Looks really good for one. Now, I know that this manipulator thing opens, and I gotta say, the attention to the detail is pretty awesome. Now, let me just focus. Okay. Yeah, the attention to detail is pretty awesome on this kit. And I guess that's what you're paying to get. Like a Zaku tank with this 2 huge manipulator for yeah. And back here you have this I don't know what you call this, standing platform thing. And over here you have this missile launcher that you can sort of goes up and down, go tilt to a bit left and right. I mean, it looks awesome for one. It's just that it's pretty simple. Now, of course, as usual with A.N.I.M.E, you can sort of remove the helmet and just adjust, the Zaku eyes around. Most of the time, I prefer to just keep it dead center. Yeah. But other than that, there's just not much gimmick going around. This figure, oh wait, this tank track actually rotates around a bit. And yeah, I pretty much would say that this is what you pay for. It looks good. Other than that, it's pretty unique. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss of words, forgive me. But anyway, I just got an idea. Let me just grab some kits for comparison and we'll see how this new Zaku Tank Green Macaque version holds up in comparison. Oh yeah, before I forgot, as I was playing with this manipulator hand, I realized that you can actually bend this as well. So it's pretty neat. Looks pretty good. I mean, definitely there's not a lot of like posing or replayability that you can sort of gain from this. Excuse my camera. But yeah, I love this fine detail that they put into this manipulator. But I guess the manipulator hand is pretty much you can sort of bend around a bit, tilt around. But I guess the main attraction with this Zaku tank is with the manipulator hand. Because many years ago, they actually released a Robot Spirits line, the older line, not the A.N.I.M.E, where they actually gave you this Magella tank, and it can actually turn into a Zaku tank if you buy the Magella tank and the Zaku figure in itself. Let me just show you in a short while. Okay, so I managed to dig out my old Robot Spirit's Magella attack with this hard point system. You know, back when Bandai is being really creative with this Robot Spirits line. And yeah, as you can see, if you buy the Robot Spirits Zaku back then, you can sort of combine with this Magella attack to form a Zaku tank. So how does that compare to our current iteration of Zaku tank Green Macaque? Let's find out. So yeah, we have here the most recent Zaku tank. And over here, I've, plug off the top half of Zaku 2 and combine it with the Magella attack tank. So you can see both side by side. It's, the tank part kind of looks, I would say, almost, probably not similar, but the scale and the size is nearly the same. Yeah, the scale and the size nearly the same for the tank part. Now, for the Zaku torso top half part, it's very obvious that the older Robot Spirits, the one that you combine with the Magella attack tank, is significantly look bulkier, bigger. And yeah, you can see a lot of differences going around here, and you can see pretty much how Robot Spirits line has evolved throughout the years. Now, the main difference that you can see is that the original Magella attack Robot Spirits has more details on it, while this one, the newly released one, being a more version anime, has lesser details. And in terms of like playability, I would say the older Magella attack tank has more playability because it can hold assortment of weapons and whatnot. Whatever pretty much you can find in the old Robot Spirits Zaku 2, which is pretty unique and pretty neat in itself. But yeah, I'm gonna do a review on that next time. So this one is just meant for comparison, side-by-side comparison. But each has its own pros and cons, I would say. As you can see, just to give you a glimpse of the hardpoint system that they come out with last time, meaning that pretty much all these weapons and whatnot, you can just plug it into whatever spot that you like. So it gives a lot of like customization and replayability all around. And yeah, I mean, when I first got this Magella attack with the Zaku 2, I always feel like the torso is a little bit too big. And they sort of fix it with this Zaku tank version anime. So something I really appreciate. But other than that, it's awesome to have these two kits together side by side. So you can pretty much do a lot of things with it, a lot of cool dioramas and stuff. And, you know, just to give you a glimpse, being the so-called hardpoint customization, whatever thing, yeah, the older Magella attack / Zaku tank, you can switch a lot of things around, like, for example, moving this back and forth. Meanwhile, the version anime one just doesn't move. It's just one kind of solid piece. Let me just show you again. Yeah, this one you can sort of just slide it to the back. Of course, now this, the older Robot Spirits Magella attack, this one doesn't rotate or whatsoever, while this one actually, yeah, imitates the track. Sort of, yeah, has, yeah, movement to it. So, you know, pros and cons as always. Yeah, I love, you know, just reviewing and, you know, noting of the differences, the evolution and the improvement that's been going on all throughout the years. Now, I believe this one you can sort of plug off. Yeah, this one you can plug off and probably plug in more weapons. But yeah, like I say, I'm gonna do a full review next time with this old action figure. But nevertheless, now the main question is it worth it to buy this new release of Zaku Tank? Well, I would say it really depends. If you are a fan of MS-V line, then by all means go ahead, because this, I promise you, will be something really unique in your collection. If you're not a fan of this MS-V sideline, then yeah, you wouldn't lose out anything by just skipping on it. The price is not really cheap either for something that is so minimal. There's no other accessories or like add-ons which is typical to your normal spirits line. As I mentioned earlier, it just comes in 2 parts. Very, very pretty much no accessories at all. I would say Bandai kind of cheap out on it in a sense. But then again, what else can you give? What else can you include in a Zaku Tank action figure, which only has a, you know, giant manipulator for a hand? Yeah, maybe they can include a rock. That's it. But anyway, glad to have you all with us, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, really thank you for supporting my channel. May this review prove useful for you and help you in your decision whether to buy this kit or not. I pretty much guarantee that you know, Bandai ran out of stock. So you have if you want to get this kit, you can pretty much still find it in the second-hand market or resellers. But anyway, thank you once again to everyone. Remember, stay cool, stay original, stay safe, and, you know, keep your fire going on for your Gundam hobby. Laguna signing out.